concept that's been bouncing around lately about how to create more global, compassionate societies around the world. And that's why I'm here today. I'm here to talk about my travels to Egypt and back. So last summer, I went to Egypt and I worked for a nonprofit organization called ISEC as an event manager for a conference. I lived with a host family, I had a lot of Egyptian friends, I traveled around the country, I got to see a lot of Cairo. But I was still just a foreigner caught in yet another unraveling protest. And this protest ended in the revolution of Mohammed Morsi, affiliated to the Muslim Brotherhood, being disposed of by the head of the Egyptian army. In Egypt, this wasn't seen as just another person being taken out of power and this whole wrongdoing. We democratically elected him, sure, but he didn't follow the process of democracy after the election was over. And this became abundantly clear to me one day as I was negotiating the streets of Cairo, which have traffic pretty legendarily known for moving at a pace that could be compared to as glacial, which is funny because Egypt's really hot. So I am very clearly not Egyptian, and in Egypt, very clearly not Egyptian. Foreign, white, blonde hair, blue eyes, don't speak Arabic, driving my car kind of in a confused, manic way, and at any given point, probably close to panicking. And that's probably because driving in Egypt is an experience all in itself. The concepts of lanes or signaling or stoplights, not really phenomenons observed by the average Egyptian driver. But as I sit in my car in the traffic on the 6th of October bridge, I realized that the drivers in the cars next to me aren't really all that different from when I sit in my car on the traffic on the West Seattle Bridge on the I-5. And then I start to near my exit. And that hot flash of stress starts boiling around my ears as I try to navigate the way to not go to Tahrir Square. So don't go straight, don't go right, don't go the far right, take the U-turn roundabout and hope that you end up in the right lane to go to the office. I get off the freeway, and there's a lot of people on the streets. And I mean, it's Egypt, there's cars and vehicles and tuk-tuks and lots of people all over the place, but not like this. Not like this. These people are going all in the same direction, from one side of the street to the other. Some of them are running, some of them are yelling, some of them are taking their children into side alleys, and the imagination of a foreign, white, blonde, non-Egyptian starts to think about the pro-Morsi protest that's about to break out on this very spot where I'm completely stuck without GPS, not knowing where I'm going, in the middle of a country where I don't speak the language. But I try not to panic. I notice that a man has locked eyes with me. A man wearing a traditional Egyptian galabeya with a beard, a little bit older, and he starts to walk towards me. I'm silently screaming in my head, hoping that he doesn't bug me, but that's not the case. He comes over to my car and tucks in the side mirrors and starts guiding me through the traffic in spaces about the size of this one for almost 15 blocks until we get to a free street away from the potential protest. And on that hot Egyptian day, I saw the kindness of a stranger who had absolutely no reason to help me, besides that I was probably in a place where I could really use it. And before he left, he smiled and waved goodbye. We were not from the same country. We didn't have the same political affiliation. We couldn't speak the same language. We couldn't communicate. But that smile was the universal language. Everyone can smile. And as Westerners, it makes me think, we've been conditioned to be afraid of the scary, galabeing, bearded Muslims walking the streets without actually even trying to understand their real intent. They want stability of state and respect of their human rights. Don't we all? This man taught me that we need more global ambassadors of the world, for the people. Civility, cultural stability, equality, these are all global concepts that anyone can understand. And I went to Egypt through an organization called ISEC, which gives 20,000 young students the opportunity to travel the world and to discover themselves. My name is Hanne Ockert-Axelsson. I am a global ambassador, and you can be too. Thank you.